Today we're making oatmeal cream pies. This is a oatmeal raisin cookie, a soft oatmeal raisin cookie filled with a marshmallow fluff filling and put together as a sandwich cookie. This is our third recipe for the Cookbook Club this month out of Cook's Country TV show cookbook. We're headed on, continuing with this book, and we're making oatmeal cream pies. Welcome to the Amy Learns to Cook kitchen. So welcome back to the Cookbook Club. This is a series where we choose a cookbook every month and we cook one recipe a week out of it. And usually that's 4 recipes, but we're a week short this month, so this one might be getting 3. It's all Eric's fault.
Well, that plus the ice storm. Amy would rather look outside the window at the ice storm than actually cook. Imagine that.
Yeah, I did that a little bit. Plus, we've been playing around with the studio kitchen, right? So this is oatmeal cream pies, and it's modeled after the original Little Debbie oatmeal cream pie, right? Little Debbie, this is their flagship product. It was invented by O.D. McKee. And he had a series of jobs where he was like a door-to-door salesman. And he ended up working for a cookie company, selling cookies. And then he developed the original oatmeal cream pie. That became Little Debbie, right? I can't say that I eat Little Debbie's like hardly ever. But I'm interested in making a homemade, fresh version of them to see what we can do, right? So we are in this Cook's Country book. Our recipe number 3 is oatmeal cream pies. Let's get to it. There's something in here that I dread because we have to make this mash, and I'm scared. Here's some flour, some baking soda, and some salt. That's the easy part. We're just going to go ahead and whisk this together. Look what's back there. We got the Queen of Hearts and the tangerine.
We didn't want to disappoint anyone looking for mixers and seeing something missing.
Eric was down on his job the other day. Okay, so we're going to do something kind of interesting. We're going to put the oatmeal into a food processor, and we're going to put the raisins into a food processor. Whoa! Don't ask me, I'm just a cook. Or something like that. So we're going to be processing this for about a minute till it's fine. Eric was my human timer over there. Okay, let's see what we got here. It's finely chopped. That's kind of interesting. That's how we're looking right there. Boom, ba-da-doom. So I'm going to go ahead and dump this in here. Interesting. So that is our ground up raisins and oats. Okay, so I have some brown sugar here. Have you guys had one of these Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies? Never. I don't think I've ever had one. If I have, it's been a long time ago. Brown sugar, granulated sugar. Give us a little mix up. Don't even need a stand mixer for this. That would seem like it would be easier. It doesn't, just says whisk, so hey. We're gonna put some cinnamon in here. Yay.
Sure.
We're gonna put some oil in here. Necessary evil. And melted butter. Now we're talking.
Mm-hmm. Do we have any bacon to put in there?
Bacon.
Yeah, bacon makes everything good.
Bacon cookies. We have some molasses. Now, I'm not a big molasses fan, so I did a soft pour on this.
A soft pour. So it contains molasses, but barely the minimum amount to be legal?
The minimum amount to say I did it. Light pour. Not a soft pour. And we're going to go ahead and whisk this up. And I have this habit of banging my whisk on the side of a bowl. And that's a quick way to get chips on the side of your bowl, huh? To bang metal on there.
Well, that and dropping on the floor, too.
Is that why a couple of mine had chips?
Why not?
So here I have a little bit of egg, and I'm going to put some vanilla in there. Just going to give it a little light whisk before I spill it all over the place.
Yeah, because that'll throw the recipe off, too.
Yeah.
Because now we got to lick the counter.
Ugh. You're going to lick raw egg off the counter? That's gross. Okay, so now we're going to get to the fun mixing part. Is we're going to put this flour in here. And we're going to mix this. And this is going to be really thick. We're going to combine this. We're going to stir this until no flour remains. I can smell the molasses. Mm-hmm. Now for the even fun part is we're going to put this oatmeal raisin mixture in here.
Stir it gently, boo.
Let me move this over here. So, this is going to be fun. They say when it gets stiff to some point, you can mix it with your hands.
That sounds like fun. Sounds like a job.
I've never seen a cookie made like this.
Sounds like a job for parents. Give your kids a chance to earn their keep, right? Let them play with this.
At what point can I use my hands?
Depends on when you want to get them dirty.
Well, it's not too fun mixing it with that. This is the weirdest cookie dough I've ever seen.
What? Does it have molasses in it?
Not just that, but...
I mean, I've never pulverized raisins before. It's like sawdust.
Yeah. Okay, so it's time to form the cookies. Okay, so we need to make these cookie balls 1 1/3 ounces each. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm weighing these out. These aren't rounding off too easy.
What do you mean?
They're kind of crumbling when I'm rounding them.
I don't know. Round them and get it nice and warm in your hands.
So we're going to do 24 of these, and they're going to go on these sheet pans, 12 to a pan. So we're going to have 2 pans. So I'm just going to weigh these out real quick and then roll them
Oh, and then you're going to have a cheap labor like an Ebu.
Yeah.
The cookie roll.
What do you think that is? Do you think it would be anything different than that, Boo?
The problem is she's been watching these Hallmark movies and they treat their sous chefs not favorably. I kind of feel like that.
Let me finish these off. Okay, so we got these all made. We wanted 12 on each pan, and I stuck one pan in already to speed up the process. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take a measuring cup, and we're just going to smash them down to like a 1/2 inch.
It's sticking.
So you want them about a 1/2 inch thick. So I'm going to finish these off and we'll get this batch in the oven. Okay, the cookies are all out of the oven.
And cooled.
And cooled. They look like this. They're kind of interesting because they kind of puffed up a little bit, but then they sunk down as they cooled. Mm-hmm. I guess they're finishing cooking. Mm-hmm. So that's what they look like. Mm-hmm. They smell mighty tasty. So we're going to flip these over so we are going to be able to spread the filling out. So let me grab the food processor and let's make the marshmallow filling. Yeah. So we're on to the filling, which is going to be very sticky.
Wait, can I spray some oil in there? Hey, that's what the butter's for.
So we have butter. And we have this marshmallow cream, if you've ever seen this stuff. I haven't really used this, but woo!
Yeah, it's good for fudge.
Yeah. It's very, very sticky. Can I get it out of this measuring cup?
The problem is they tell you, oh, you need this much. Okay, but now it's all sticking to the measuring cup.
Yeah.
Am I going to get it all out?
I don't know. Oh, you have to melt it off to get it running under hot water to clean it off. You know when you make Rice Krispie treats and the dreaded part where you pour it in you pour the Rice Krispies into the marshmallows.
I'm not suggesting this, but if you don't like your sister, just put a little of this in her hairbrush.
So we have a little bit of salt in here. We have some vanilla. And we have some powdered sugar. This is kind of like making buttercream, huh?
I don't know.
But in a food processor.
Bring it closer to me, my dude.
Woo! Scrape the sides down. Eesh. With my sticky spatula here.
Well,
Did
you really accomplish much?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to transfer this to a bowl. Okay, so they say take it out of here, and there'll probably be a little extra sugar at the bottom, and you have to incorporate that. So let me get this out of here. Almost looks like buttercream now. Not quite as sticky as it was, but still kind of sticky.
Butter makes everything wonderful.
Creamed it out.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a bunch of vanilla here.
Yeah.
Didn't make it in there.
Do you want to cheat and just pour some vanilla in the bowl?
Okay, I think I got it. Let me go find offset spatula. Okay, to make our little cookie sandwich, we're just going to put a little bit of filling in here. And then we're going to take this offset spatula and spread it out here. And then we're going to take another cookie and go like that. And there we have our oatmeal cream sandwich cookie. Spread it out.
Can't you just get it halfway there and then get another one and just squish it? Would that work?
Squish it.
Yeah, you know.
So look like that.
Yeah.
Spread it.
I think inquiring minds want to know what it tastes like.
I know you do.
Well, I'm not saying I do, but somebody does.
Yeah, I know you do. Okay, I only filled 5 of them, so I'll do that. The rest of them. These are the Little Debbie clowns.
I've been waiting long enough. I've been good. Plus, my birthday's coming up pretty soon, so I want one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So here is.
Look
These are so good.
Look at that, look. Yeah.
These are so fun and they're so good.
Oh yeah.
The cookie has an interesting texture to it because of the ground up oatmeal and the raisins.
Mm-hmm.
You can't taste raisin per se.
Mm.
They're very sweet.
It's like a compacted, pressed tasting oatmeal cookie, pretty much.
Yeah.
With, like you said, buttercream in the middle.
Definitely has a different texture than like a regular oatmeal cookie.
Mm-hmm.
I might want to make the cookies a little smaller because there's just a lot of sweet, but they're good. Problem is I can't remember if I've had a Little Debbie oatmeal cream pie. I can't remember it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe other than the cookie is a little more cakey. These are awesome. Even if they don't taste exactly like
No, they're definitely tasty.
Little Debbie, in and of themselves, they're good. They're very sweet.
Very sweet, yeah.
If you want a fun project with your kids, these are delicious. Yeah, really sweet, but good.
They're good, yeah.
Just a thumbs up in my book. What about you, Bill?
So you think we're 3 for 3 so far this month?
We're 3 for 3 in this book. Thanks for joining me. This gets a thumbs up.